Welcome to Le Mans in the first multi-class race in Forza Motorsport. I have chosen to go for the Group 3, which is G920 cars, as there was quite a few in Group 1 and a mid-range of people in Group 2, and I think in the end there was only 4 of us in Group 3, so I thought go for Group 3, try and spread that field out a little bit more, and this is a 1 hour long endurance race. As you can see, I picked the Corvette C8. I'm not sure if it's the right choice, but I've turned off all downforce to try and make maximum speed down the straights we have. I'm going to run hard tyres, full tank of fuel, and see how it all goes. Right, race is about to start. We are starting actually pretty much last. There's one player on our left hand side who is dead last. But we are here now. You can see the pack is spread out, so the green ones are Group 3, blue ones are Group 2, and red ones are Group 1, which is quite easy to identify. And also, if you look at the leaderboard, we are in our own class. As well as this race, which I was quite nervous about, thinking, how are they actually going to do this? Because if they chose to go with the amount of laps, then the race time will catch everybody out at the end. But as you can see, they've done it on a timed race, and your distance is what overall helps you win, or actually is the winning factor. So the more distance you do, the further at the podium you are. Right, coming around this corner now, getting caught up with this car on the left hand side. Bit of contact is made, as they do handle far better than I do, and a bit squirrely on the exit, but managed to hold on for dear life and absolutely send it down. P2 has just overtaken, and so has the Group 2 car. We do have the Corvette C7R behind us, who's already got a 0.027 mile penalty. I'm not sure what that equates of in time, but seeing though this race is the way it is, it's on that you get penalised on distance rather than anything else. Right, Ferrari has gone off track, got overtaken by the Corvette. No harm, no foul. I am not sure what everybody else's tyre strategy is. Again, I'm running hard tyres with 0 downforce, so I'm playing the long game. I'm going to sit back, relax, and I'm not going to absolutely hammer the car. I'm going to keep a relatively good pace. I want to make these tyres last. The tyre wear is on 3 times, so I'm not too sure what that is, but I want to pit the least amount of times. As we're coming through this corner now, very slow, nice and steady, and accelerating out the other side. Pitting the least. I think the pits take about 40 seconds on this track. So as long as over the period of time I'm not 40 seconds slower from the cars up in front, I might be in for a chance here. That is my strategy there. That's what I've got in my head. Whether it works or not, we'll find out further down the road. Braking into this corner now, down to 3rd gear, down into 2nd gear, and turning in. Corvette's gone a little bit wide again, and the Ferrari to the right side is quite a quick car. Actually, funny enough, the Ferraris do seem to be very quick at this track, so I'm not too sure this was the right choice of car. It's the only car that I had actually liveried up, and I wanted to run a liveried car, so I picked this one. But I do find the Ferraris do seem to be pretty fast. JMTH13, that is 4 seconds ahead up to now, is also in a Ferrari, I do believe. So yeah, they are very, very competitive at this track, and it does seem to be the winning formula. Right, that Ferrari's gone off track. Back into P3 in my class, and around the corners we go. Accelerating out the other side, applying that throttle gently to reduce the amount of wheel spin. You do see my tyres are going cold. I have increased the tyre pressures a little bit to not let them drop off so much, but really the lack of grip from the downforce as well as a lack of cornering, the tyres are going to go cold somewhat. As you can see, as we're entering these corners now, the warmth does settle back into them, and I think I'm helping by increasing the tyre pressures, helping decrease the tyre wear overall. Now you can see the Corvette up in front. I'm gaining upon them a little bit quicker through the corners. I think the Corvette, although this has no downforce applied, the shape of it is increasing the downforce somewhat. as I am cornering better than the car up in front. Braking down the third gear, over the curb on the left, over the curb on the right, braking down the second gear for this corner, over the curb and just over that sausage, and look at that, we made it work and we survived one lap. Absolutely brilliant. Now on to lap 2. We are, wow, 6.7 seconds away from position 1. That is quite the time gap they have got. They might be running a different strategy than I am. They could be on medium tires for all I know, and that could be why the time delta is so far away. Or they could be running soft tires if they're brave enough, who knows. It would be great to actually know, really, if they put up on a board on the left hand side telling you what tires people are on. And if you think that's a great idea as well, hit that like button. Now coming down this next corner, third gear, over the curb, accelerating out the other side, and down the hill for the long straight we go. I think the Corvette up in front is a little bit quicker than this one, so lucky enough we have a bit of slipstream to play with now. Position 4 is 2.5 seconds away, and they are clawing it in little by little. What I do need to do is get past this Corvette up in front, so I wonder if I can outbrake him in this next corner. I'm looking out for the 200 marker sign. The sign just after that is my braking point. I'm going to brake a little bit later after that, and there we go. Look at that. Straight onto the dirt for them, and around the corner we go. Yep. I brake sometimes quite conservatively, so I know we've got the 200 meter sign. There's a little white sign just after it, and that's my braking zone. And I know if I brake at that zone, I have still a little bit of breathing area, so if I brake just after that, I'm still in a safe margin. And well, that tactic played out well. Whether I can hold this is another word. Braking at the crane on the right hand side, down the third gear, turning in, down to second, rub that curb on the right side and accelerate out the corner. Corvette is a little bit slippery at slower speeds, so have to apply the power gracefully, and then away we go. 8.9 seconds away from position 1, and problem is the Corvette behind is now in my slipstream. Look at them making that move and gaining upon us. But the position 4 is gained to 0.2 or 3 seconds as well, so they are going to be fighting with us sooner or later. Now we've got a bit of breathing space, so I'd take a moment out to thank our channel members, which is Andy Good, Jeffrey Anderson, DMC Motorsport, Sigmatic, Camille Coleno, Daniel Adams, John Burns and AK47. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, it's much appreciated. And if you made it this far into the video, why not hit that subscribe button? Skipping ahead to lap 3, the Ferrari has taken that position away from me and the Corvette had fell off the track. So we're still in position 3 overall, but position 1 is 14.4 seconds away. That is quite the lead. Braking down where the sign is on the left hand side, down to 4th gear, let the car coast round, accelerate a little bit, rub that curb on the left and stay away from that wall on the right. That wall on the right will spin that car and it takes no prisoners, that corner. Around here we go in 4th gear still, let the car coast, a bit of throttle as we come around here and over to the right. Be careful of the sausages on the right hand side, it can unbalance the car if you have a firmer suspension setup. You can see position 1, JMTH13 is in the pits. So medium set of tyres will give or take 4 laps ish. Okay, that's not too bad to know overall, but they are pitting now, which is beneficial to us because we are passing them really, which is quite nice to know. Now position 3 is 3.1 seconds away. Position 1 in the Ferrari is 1 second in front of us as I outbrake myself into this corner and accelerating out the other side. Wow, I've lost almost a second from messing up that corner. Oh, that is painful. That is painful. Right, well, I know not to do that one again. Or this one. Or this one. Do you know what happens is when you compensate for your mess up by going a little bit quicker, so you mess up even more? That's what that was. Anyway, coming down the straight, 2.5 seconds away from the car in front, 2.5 seconds away from the car behind, and 18 seconds away from position 4. That is, yeah, 30 seconds, 32-ish seconds in the pits that's taken them, because they were 14 seconds away. coming out 17 seconds away. Yep, 31, 32 seconds in the pits. Good to know, that is really good to know, and going to be really useful information. Right, looking on the left hand side for the 200 meter marker, the sign just beside it, just after it, sorry, down to third gear, over the curb we go, down to second, and accelerating out the other side. Again, through this section I could go a little bit quicker, but I'm trying to make sure the car stays balanced and not wear on the tyres too much by accelerating early and holding the slide, but being quicker overall, if you get what I mean. Now looking on the right hand side, sending it down here, you're going to get a painted wall, or like, there we are, and then the crane just here, braking just before that, not crane, scaffolding where the cameraman stands, down to second gear through here, and accelerating out the other side, and away we go, 3 seconds away from the Ferrari up in front. Oh, I need to try and claw back a bit of this time, be a little bit quicker. That's quite a substantial time I'm losing per lap. Skipping ahead to the next lap, we are still in position 2, 5 seconds away from position 1 and 8 seconds away from position 3. I do believe Boxer 1X is in the C7R, and they had a little bit of a mistake, so position 4, which is in the Ferrari, has managed to catch up to them a little bit and given us a little bit of breathing space right now. Looking at our tyre wear, we are getting close to minor wear, but I don't think it was going to happen at the end. Oh, the Ferrari went off. Okay, I'm going to keep to the right, let them get on back on the track, and I don't want to get punted off either. There we go, look at that. We're in first place, guys. First place. Not bad, thanks to a bit of a mistake from the Ferrari. Going to skip pitting this lap. There we go, they're going into the pits. Okay, that's good to know. What we are? A third through the race. Ooh, messing up a little bit. Don't get a penalty. Don't get a penalty. Oh, got a penalty. Oh, well, it's a tiny penalty. Tiny considering anyway. Everybody else has got. Anyway, yeah. So looking at my time delta now, we are 38 minutes remaining. It's about 4 minutes a lap, 3.5, 4 minutes a lap, give or take. So, looking at my tyres now, they're about to go on to minor wear. Once they're on minor wear, I'll probably get another lap out of them before they're on moderate wear. So, that will be 2 laps. That'll be 8 minutes, give or take. Ooh, going in a bit hot through there. Right, steady, car, settle down. Oh yes, no penalty. That's brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully we can make 2 more laps of that, and then if we manage to make 30 minutes and pit once, we're on to a winner here, I think, because everybody else is pitting. Let me know down in the comments below, do you think the strategy I am doing is the right one, or do you think I should be a bit more aggressive but pit more at the same time? Let me know down in the comments below. Braking down the third gear, turning in, then down to second gear, over the curb on the left hand side, accelerating out the corner. Gotta be honest, I'm going through there a little bit too slowly. Well, my nerves have been a bit tattered thanks to the exuberant entrance of this race, so I know my tyres are starting to give out a little bit. But if my tyres are starting to give out, that means the cars behind tyres are also in that same club. You see, position 4 is 31 seconds away, position 3 is 2.6 seconds away. I wonder if they've chosen to go on medium tyres again, or they've gone onto hard tyres. It'd be great to know. It would also be great to know as well as what lap we're on. You know, how many laps have I done up to now? I've started to lose count, to be honest with you. I think I'm on 5 right now. Might be 5? I don't know. It doesn't tell you. It just tells you your time you've done. Oh, 36 seconds away, 38, 39 seconds away from position 4. They've gone off track, which is only good news for us, really. The more they spend off track and the more we stay on it, although are slightly slower, we're in for a better chance towards the end of the race. Oh, no, they quit. They quit. Okay, so that is added pressure to an extent, because if they've quit, that means it's just us 3 in this group. And I'm wondering, we're on this lap now, where everybody else is, because they're going to start overtaking us soon. I'm sure of it. Anyway, Boxer is 1.3 seconds away and JMTH is just behind them. I think they're actually trying to make a move on them right now. Corvette is going to take it wide, and the white Ferrari, sorry, has got through. So yeah, they're going to breathe it down my neck any moment. My rear tyres are on minor wear, and my fronts certainly will not be far behind. So it's sort of not the best place to overtake me, because now we're going through the cornering section of this track. They're going to be quicker than me, and they're going to want to get past me, and I don't want to be in a position of holding them up, while also I don't want to give up the position too easily as well. It's in a weird situation, but I do see them clawing me in, and again, I don't want to hold them up for the fact of I don't want to be pushed off the track, you know what I mean? Right, 35 minutes remaining of this race. Done 50 miles up to now. Tyres are on minor wear at the back, and no wear on the... Oh, that person's gone into the pits again? Well, I'm not grumbling at that, I can tell you that much. That's only good news for me, really. Oh, Boxer hasn't pitted, though. But Boxer's tyres has got to be just as bad as mine, if not worse, because they've been driving a little bit harder than I have. Well, I'm not going to complain, because if they're going to be in a worse situation than I am, they're going to have a really hard lap. This lap, that's all I can say. 4 minutes 30 until we hit the 30-second marker, 30-minute marker of this race, and these tyres are looking like that. So that will be the end of this lap, and I should be at within 30 minutes of the race left. So one pit stop strategy, will it work? That is the question as I go off track again, sideways, and oh yes, no penalty. System is loving me today. Coming out the pits on the other side, JMTH13 has managed to overtake us. Like I say, our pits was going to be 30 seconds and they was going to overtake, wasn't they? Boxer is 9.3 seconds away, which is absolutely brilliant news, and as long as I can keep that time delta away and not fluff up too much, we're on to a winning strategy here, guys. That's all I can say. 30 minutes to go. Well, 29 minutes left of the race remaining. We're at the better end of the tyre wear time scale. So we made these tyres last 31 minutes. We only have to make these tyres last now 29 minutes. 24 minutes of the race remaining. Boxer has quit the race. They went off track, from what I can understand. They went off track as well, and you saw just the time delta just disappearing, getting bigger and bigger. So I presume there was an incident that took place and they fluffed it. What is surprising though, I'm catching up to position 1, 4.2 seconds away. I wonder if they've gone on to hard tyres. It does make me wonder. The 2 laps on mediums to try and break a gap and then doing one set of hards, or are they watching what we're doing and going, obviously hard's a better strategy and they know something we don't? I don't know. I'm just guessing here, because they're not getting away like they was before unless they're off pace, and that's the only 2 things I can think of. It's a shame though that Boxer and Joe East 25 have quit the race. I'm sure Boxer could have clawed back that time, but if you do see this video, Boxer, let me know down in the comments below what actually happened, and then we'll all understand. Looking at this track now, it's absolutely stunning. The sun setting, I think turn 10, I've got it right there. The sunrise and sunset look absolutely incredible. Credit where credit is due, but we are 5 seconds away from position 1. I think they're actually starting to put their foot down a little bit now, because they're starting to get away from me again a little bit. So it's not really good news. What is different from the previous endurance race is I find that the previous endurance race we did, the night and day cycle was one 24-hour, 1-hour race, where I think this one here is I'm racing mostly during the day and then I'm finishing at night. I'm not too sure, because we only got 15 minutes remaining and it is pitch black now. So I think they've changed the way the time of day cycle works for this race. Anyway, G920 is 14.5 seconds away. They have been building quite the gap away from me. It's like they've realised I'm clawing them in and started whacking their foot down, and I just can't keep up. And I'm choosing not to keep up because I want to try and preserve these tyres for as long as I can, if providing they do pit again. That is the big if. If they do go into the pits again, I'm going to claim back 15 of those seconds and gain another 15 on top. And considering there's only 14.5 minutes left of this race, I mean, they're going to have to pit again, aren't they? Because they pitted before the 30 minutes. So even if they went onto the hard tyres, the hard tyres they would be on now would be absolutely wrecked by the time we get down to our 5-minute countdown timer. So we would be in a better position anyway. We would be able to claw them back in towards the end of the race. Oh, it's going to be very interesting to see what actually occurs. Anyway, 15 seconds away is going through this section. The great thing about this track is quite well lit up to an extent, and once you've done it as many times as I have in the past hour, you're pretty much flowing through with your eyes closed, really. Oh, they're pitting. There we go. Would you look at that? Absolutely brilliant news for us. So, to be fair, over the curves we go, third gear, left and right, down the second gear, over the left hand curb, over the right hand curb. That was close. I messed it up again a little bit. That final curb is one where if you get it perfect and your back end behaves, you'll go over nice, pretty much like a straight line. Sometimes the back end doesn't like to behave and likes to show its stuff off. So yeah, not grumbling really. 12 seconds away, 13 seconds away. Tell you what, the biggest thing I've got to bear in mind is they're going to come out. There we are, they're out the pits now. 19, going to be 20 seconds away. We're going to about go down that straight. We've got to try and keep them at bay, and that's going to be the biggest struggle. I've got to remain as consistent as I can and actually apply a bit more power on my side and be a bit quicker. We've done 94 miles in total, guys. 94 miles, incredible. Pitted once. These tires are in great shape at the moment. I think we've got 3 laps remaining, so hopefully they will last the 3 laps as well. It is pitch black, nighttime. Looking at for the 200 meter mark on the right left hand side, sign just after it, and then braking down to third gear. Into the corner we go, down to second gear, rubbing that white line in the left accelerator and out the other side. 19.6 seconds away. Long as we keep them at a good gap away, and certainly don't let them feel like they are closing us in, they won't apply too much of the pressure. As soon as they start seeing you, you start to get a bit quicker, don't you? You know, like, oh, I see them now, I can catch up to them. And yeah, we don't want that, do we? We certainly do not want that. Braking at the scaffolding on the right hand side, down to third gear, down to second, over the curb on the right. Someone's definitely taking the bollards out again and sending out the other side. What I haven't seen much of is the LMP1s and LMP2s, or Group 1 and Group 2s. The 102s passed me once or twice. I really have not seen them much, which is really concerning because I've only seen 1 or 2 cars, or maybe 3, and where is everyone? Like, you know? It's quite unnerving, to be fair. Also, credit where credit's due, they overtook safely as well. No contact whatsoever, and they waited patiently for me to be able to get out of the way and have that overtake move. I did move out the way for them because obviously I know they're a faster car, and I was in a position that I could give them a bit of breathing space to get through. Last thing I want to do, like I said before, is hold anybody up to an extent that they get frustrated that I'm holding them up and make a silly move that takes us both out, or just me out, or themselves out, you know. So it's just easier just to give them a bit of breathing space, costing me half a second at the most, and everybody's happy, like, you know. It's you know how passive I can be to the detriment of myself sometimes. Right, 19.6 seconds away still. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I think this is going to be our final lap. 15 seconds away from position 2. Rear tyres are about to click onto moderate. One's already there, just need one more to click in, and they're on moderate wear. Oh, blimey, we're making these tyres last, aren't we? Wow. And we might actually hold on to position 1. That is the most nerve-wracking thing. Is now I know this is my last lap, give or take. Might go a little bit past it, but I really can't mess up, because as soon as I mess up, they're going to be breathing all over me. 13 seconds, it might sound like a lot, but if you're facing the wrong direction, those 13 seconds will be eaten up so quickly. Right, we've done 112 miles nearly in this race so far. It's absolutely insane, and it's still night time, to be fair, so that's why I was talking about the day and night cycle. They've changed it, so I wonder if it's, before it was 24 hours within 1 hour, I wonder if it's 12 hours within 1 hour. I don't think the daylight's going to come up anytime soon, as how dark it is. Down to 3rd gear, down to 2nd, and accelerate again out the other side. Still 13 seconds away. I've got to try and keep that number around. I definitely want it to stay above 10. I know that much, because as soon as the 10 seconds starts rolling in, they're going to be able to see me. Oh look, there's 2 Group 1 cars behind me right now. Look at that. And yeah, so I'm going to have to give them a bit of space if they come close towards me. It's actually not a bad place to overtake, really. Down the straight. Looking out for the scaffolding on the right hand side, braking down to 3rd gear, turning in, give them a little bit of space, and yes, we have lost probably a second or half a second from that, but them two are battling, and I do not want to be involved in that. I think that's position 1 and position 2 right there. Oh, we could have said thanks though. We could have said thank you, guys. Oh dear me, how rude. Anyway. Oh, 10 seconds away, 11 seconds away. It would have been nice if we met each other on the straight, but I'm still in one piece, and that's the part that matters, you know. I don't want to be off facing the gravel or something like that. And they did overtake fairly, like, you know, I gave them the space they needed as well. So this is what great race is all about. It has been an absolute blast, although my sitting room is steaming hot right now. My butt is sore. Oh dear, we're making it work though, we're making it work. 11 seconds away almost still. 2 minutes 19 to go. Making through this corner in one piece. Front right hand tyre has gone on to moderate wear. Front left hand side is going to be seconds behind. There it is. Right, out of this corner we go. Little bit of tail out happiness there. And accelerating we go. I did accelerate a little bit more exuberantly. I wanted to get out of the corner and not break that 10-second delta right now. They are 10.2 seconds away. And they're still clawing it in. Ow. 1 minute 45. Right, braking at the side and left hand side. Down to 4th gear. Let it coast round. Accelerate it up a little bit. Bring it over to your left hand side. It can rub that curb a little bit. I usually either go over it or avoid it. It's one or the other. It doesn't really make much difference. Coming around this corner now, 4th gear, a little bit of throttle, between quarter and half, and then over the sausages on the left hand side, accelerating out of this corner, and flat out some more. What I use as my braking zone for this last corner here is about now halfway into the pit entrance, down the 3rd gear, over the curb on the left, over the curb on the right, and then touch of the brakes down the 2nd gear, over the curbs, just like that. That was a beautiful maneuver there. Could have gone through a little bit faster, was a little bit braver, but the car behind is 8.7 seconds, 8.6 seconds away, and also they do have a bigger penalty than I do. 49 seconds to go. It could still all go wrong. Braking down the 3rd gear, down to 2nd, over the curb on the left, over the curb on the right, taking it as steady as I can. I know these tyres are had enough of me and they just want to be changed to a better set, but we can't risk that right now. 7.6 seconds away, holding on for dear life as we go through this corner real slow. Over the curb we go, and accelerating out the other side. Keeping to our left hand side here, just a touch of the brakes, over the curb on the right. Tail is out, but we keep it straight. 13 seconds to go. 119 miles, 120 miles in this race. 6.4 seconds away from the car behind. We've done it, guys. Position 1. Yes. Absolutely brilliant. Look at the cars behind. I think they're the Group 2 cars behind us right now. Wow, a lot of people quit the race. Woo. Oh, blimey, a lot of people quit the race. But there is the 4 Group 1s. We have won the race. Look at that. Smashing stuff right there. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time. And I have a new suit. It's more my green. Take care, guys.